So I've been seeing a lot of the TikToks from people that are leaving America. Excuse my break out of my face, by the way. And as a person that left America 6 years ago now, it was literally the best decision that I've ever made. Mainly because every time that I come back, I'm coming back to see my family, I'm coming back to see everyone, see how everybody's doing. And then part of it is always being able to reevaluate and saying like, oh, maybe, maybe one day I'll come back. Maybe one day I can think about it. And when I tell you this country is on fucking fire, it's on fire. Outside of everything just being outrageously priced, like people's bills and things, it doesn't even make sense because, again, I've lived in the UK, I lived in Spain, and I've lived in Mexico, and none of my bills were as expensive as this fucking country. On top of that, it has not only just been more expensive, but it's unhealthy. Like you can taste the chemicals in the food, you can taste the things that are going wrong, you can taste it the moment you put it in your mouth. You're like, oh, this is not right at all. So I have always told people, like, if they ever wanted information on how I did it, how I survived, what things I had to do. Most of you definitely know that I speak Spanish, which was one of the things I tell everybody. If you can, before you're doing it, unless you're going to like somewhere like London, try to learn another language. It'll really help you in your process of actually just trying to find like community, trying to find like a network that'll be able to blend and you'll be able to actually be amongst. It actually makes things a little bit easier for you. But when I tell you, like, seeing the progression from 6 years ago, and the state of America wasn't as bad, but it was bad 6 years ago. But when I tell you, it's like, to me, it's 10 times worse. And I always tell people it's like being in a very toxic relationship, because most people don't know how to get away from it. And most people actually that make a good living, that they could actually still live here, but you're actually just working for absolutely nothing. And I've told everybody, listen, there are times where I'm in other countries and I'm actually really living my life. I'm like really having a good time and I have a better quality of life. I'm happier, the community is better, the relationships are better, the love is better. It just feels like you belong somewhere else. And I'm not one to get into politics of, I think both sides are, you know, going burning in hell. They're all going to go down anyway. But it's just the fact that they are taking rights away from you guys. They are not treating you guys like human. They are arguing over shit that just is so crazy to me and it's so corrupt now. And then they're trying to make you all feel that it's okay that it's corrupt. But I'll tell you guys something. Just because this guy told me many years ago when I was in Brighton, the UK, and we were in the pandemic, he says America is going to be like Venezuela one day. And I didn't understand that because I hadn't known the history of Venezuela. But if you look at Venezuela and you understand that it was under a dictatorship and then they overthrew the government, and after they overthrew the government, it's just basically every man for themselves, you'll understand what I'm saying. So definitely check into that if that's something you're interested in. Because of the route in which that the last president was convicted of 34 felonies, I think, and the country is just like, cool. Especially when they have locked people up that look different than him with no problem, that should worry everybody. Like that should be the immediate red flag where you're like, it's time to fucking get out of here. And this was mainly the reason that I did leave, was I wanted to be able to explore different places, learn different places, so that if shit hit the fan here in the United States, I had somewhere else to go. And I had already connected and built community other places. And I can't even tell you guys why I did it. It was just something that just came about.